Hey everybody, welcome to Jen Lowry Writes. This is a part of my Teacher Talk series. So this is for my educator friends and my homeschool families. I need for you to sit tight and just pay close attention to this website that I'm about to show you because it is just going to be one of the best things ever. And that is Common Lit. I have used it for the past 2 years, more so last year than even ever before. And I want to talk you through the website, but I want to let you know that I'm not getting this isn't like a webinar for the website. There are those and you need to sign up for them and they will teach you step by step on how to, navigate the tools. And so I'm only just going to show you the glory of this website and say, have fun. But please sign up for their webinars. Please sign up for, the newsletter and stay up on the website. So I'm going to just jump right in. That's just pretty much me to say I'm not an expert on this website. However, I love this website. So you go to commonlit.org. Do you see up here at the top, click here to register for one of our free virtual learning with Common Lit webinars? I would love for you to do that. And do you see this word free? This whole website is free. All of these resources are free. I can't tell you how much I need that as a homeschool mom. And so not just for homeschool, but for my classroom as well. So I love the digital lesson library. I'm going to show you how to use that, but they've added some new things. I'm just scrolling down what's free with the teacher account. You choose your lessons, you share them with the students take the questions, assessments, they can annotate, it can be read to them. It is so accessible. Oh my gosh, it is accessible. And the questions are rigorous. They are based on standards as well. So I've chosen North Carolina standards for mine and it kind of shapes around that. Absolutely love that it also gives them an opportunity to cite textual evidence and they have to actually do text typed prompts, which is also beneficial for them when they're practicing their APE, what we do for their writing format. So on how to respond. It tracks the progress. Now, I'm not going to show you my students' progress. I'm not going to do that. It has my kids' names in it from last year. But we had this thing that we would say, and I would pretty much scream it out with all the gusto I had. And I would say, you got to get us green. Keep us green, people. And we would rush to see the final evaluations. And then the kids, if they did not get a green and they got a yellow, or if they got an orange, they would be like, can I redo it? Can I take it again? Because I know I could do better at it. Absolutely love that they would be willing to go in and redo some of them on their own to try to change that color to the green and to help our class average, because we were a family and our family wanted each other to grow and we wanted each other to achieve in our literacy. Another thing that I love is that it tracks the student progress to where they're able to see over time their growth. So it's very important for me as a teacher to do some of these assessments on grade level at the beginning of the school year to incorporate it into our lessons. And so I can start getting quick snapshots about my students and where they're working at as far as the standards. And I can get that information, then I can know kind of where to move forward. But then throughout the weeks of the semester, the students can actually go, okay, wow, I remember when I first started and I was making 20s on these. And now, look, that's when I started hitting the 60s. That's where I started learning my strategies and really practicing them. And now look, now I'm 80s, now I'm hundreds. And you can see that growth over time, and the kids can see that and monitor it with metacognitive conversations. Absolutely love this program. I cannot tell you enough. Okay. So they have Spanish reading passages. Of course, I'm doing a testimonial right here They also have virtual learning units. Do you see all of the goodness that they can provide? So I want to go to when I logged in, okay, when I logged in, of course, it said, welcome back, here's what's new. So I can't wait to see the new teacher comments on annotations, customizable annotation task. I can't wait to see that because here we are in a virtual environment starting in a couple of weeks, and they have the annotation tools that they can go in and they can highlight. So I can't wait to see what are some of the new tools that they're going to have here. And I also love that they've added new text sets. I've went through these things so much. Now I get to explore it all over again, and I haven't looked. So I'm getting ready to like experience like right now with you guys all of the newness of the library and the search. So teachers can now choose to assign all the assessment questions. Maybe they don't want to put the questions up and they don't want the kids to see those. They can have just the first read with students, and then they can release it back again with the questions. So that way kids wouldn't go ahead of the game. You could also pick the short answer only. There was one time a teacher told me, well, I really don't like that they have to type in there. Well, I personally like that. So maybe they were listening. Maybe some teachers were like, can we just pick and choose which one we want? I personally would have both. My students knew that it was a part of the expectation for them to be able to do the multiple choice and the short answer, and that I graded those. And you grade them by giving them a numeric score from that. So I really like that. Let's see what else they've changed. Teachers can now share classes and assignments with co-teachers. That is really cool, especially if you're working within your PLT and you need to be lockstep with each other. But you could also work with co-op classes with Homeschool. So I really like that. What else do you got going on here? Teachers can edit an assignments annotation task to provide instructions and focus reading. And I can now leave comments. Look over there. It's like a Google Doc. Like I can add comments to it. And you can see there's The Lottery by Shirley Jackson, which is one of the textbook short stories. And if we don't get access to our textbook and we can't pass out textbooks to kids, we can take some of those stories that we always teach and we can use Common Lit's free resources to help us with that. Y'all can't tell you enough. Our new design lets you quickly find the most relevant content you need. Okay, so we got a new design. Oh my gosh, they've got over 20 new text sets. Look, new units can be taught remotely. All of it can be. I can't wait to see what they've got, y'all. I'm just so excited. Yeah, happy teaching. 10 ways Common Lit has changed, and they have a blog post, and I have subscribed to their blog post. Okay. So I am going to come back in. Sorry, I'm going to cut this off. Okay. So now I'm going to come back in. I have created a brand new class for this year. It's the best class in the world already, and that's what I'm going to call it. But I want to browse their library. Oh, you see? Okay. You see this right here where I'm just going to text sets right now. I just did a whole video on how to create a text set for educators and for homeschool families. If you need Common Lit to help you take away the mystery of the magic of the text set and you're like, wait, what do I do? I mean, really? You can just hit text sets here? And look up there. So my Poe. Look. Okay, so I actually teach Poe. I teach this one, and this one. And I also do the monkey's paw. And wait, I do another one. Oh, why is it fun to be frightened? Oh, that's new. Oh, they don't have the black cat anymore. One of my friends does the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. We do the Pit and the Pendulum. We do the Most Dangerous Game. Yeah, that's 12th grade. And some of them say like even though that's 8th grade, my students have not read The Monkey's Paw. This is such a great entry point into inference. This is one of the best ones for me for inference. And so I use that with my students. Wait, now I just got to go see. Did they take the black cat off? No, don't, because I use it. And so now I'm searching for text. So I told you I'm going to get lost up in here. And of course, I go to horror and suspense. Oh, I thought I did the black. Maybe I didn't do it from this one. Anyway, I did the other ones. Okay, let's go back to themes. So you can choose themes, which I often choose beauty and happiness because it talks about the happiness is the well-being piece. How do people face death? Some of that could come from Romeo and Juliet. How does fear drive action? Identity and culture. We have friendship and family. Those are some of the themes that we work with in 9th grade. And so we can come right in here and we can just look at themes. You see how lovely this is, right? And then look at distance learning units, which would be really cool for my homeschool people. Absolutely love children and parents. There's a couple of them that I could probably also use with Romeo and Juliet too. I think those were posted by our district. So what's favorites? Oh, something I favorited. We did the sirens. And so Stafford. Oh, see, I do that one. And so what I love, oh, there's dreams. There's letter from Birmingham jail. What I love is that you can also tie this in with article of the week. And then browse all content. And so if you just want to be like, okay, I want to come over here and I want to see kind of everything for 9th grade. You can see it's going to keep going and going and going. But I'm going to do things that are 9th through 12th grade because I want to see, and I will possibly do an 8th grade. Oh, there's the Gift of the Magi. That one is in our book. Oh, the Landlady from Old Doll. I have an 11th grade teacher who does that one. We do the lottery. Oh, look, Lamb to the Slaughter. Like I could just keep going all day. The Road Not Taken. We do all of those. There's the Necklace. So Harrison Bergeron, that one you could do for Fahrenheit or Romeo, but I like it better for Fahrenheit. The Perils of Indifference, you could do that when you're teaching night. Adolescence and the Teenage Crush, Romeo and Juliet. The Power of Like so much. Nothing Gold Can Stay. That could be Romeo. There's excerpts from Romeo. So I always teach A Sound of Thunder just because Ray Bradbury is one of my favorites in the world. But I can get so many standards through this. Oh, there's my, like if you just, guys, I could just sit here right there. If We Must Die by Claude McKay. Oh my gosh. That one, look at that. Wait 1 minute. The crossover. Sometimes a dream needs a push. This one is so good. And this is from a short story from Walter Dean Myers. Even though it's 5th grade, it's so good. And there's Amigo Brothers. I love Amigo Brothers too. And I can pair Amigo Brothers with The Contender. And so I know it's a little, it'll say it's the 7th grade with that Lexile, but I could still do it as a companion text, as an entry point into my more difficult text. And then you can pull. And so, like, for example, if let's just say we're starting with Romeo and Juliet. So you have your excerpts. Okay, let's see. I want to do see if any of this comes up. Well, I can go in and pick. You see how I was going through and I was saying, you know, oh, I can see what this goes with. I told you I'm not perfect at this website, but I love it. I could spend so much time. Let's see. If I go here, this is where you go. Let me show you excerpts from Romeo and Juliet. Okay. Then you come over here to pair text. Here it is. See, I told you adolescence and the teenage crush. And it already kind of gives you some work. It's like there's an interview. Like I could use that for one of my articles of the week. And then if you go to related media, a lot of times they will hook them in to TED Talks. And a lot of these have been vetted. And this is really good about for parents as well. But if you look, you can also have the PDF that you could print. However, when you assign the text, it's going to be digital. The kids can work the font. The kids can also do the read aloud and the translation. And they can have the highlighter tool, which I absolutely love. And you can come over here. They can annotate the assignments from the dashboard. So student annotations will save. And what I also like are the discussion questions. You can actually use a lot of these and turn them into writer's quick responses, exit tickets. You can use these on like a slideshow that could go along with your Common Lit. You get to preview, I made this bigger, but you get to preview the questions ahead of time, and it also will give you the standard that it relates to. So this one's on character development. And how does the plot move with the characters respond to change? And so you can see this is word 4 is word choice. And so you see explain the figurative language and how it relates to the theme. Like it takes away a lot of the guesswork of us and the work that we have to do. But yeah, get on here, take the tour. I can't tell you enough how much I absolutely love Common Lit and all that it has for us. But what I love is the ability to be able to get this quick snapshot too, and then be able to track it over time. And the students absolutely love the color, the love to be able to discuss it and go back. You can assign these once a week for article of the week. You can find enough on here to be able to get you a good solid semester, and it can be based on your themes. So I'm going to do a whole nother video, a teacher talk on using article of the week. Now, I got that idea from Kelly Gallagher, and I adapted it some to fit my classroom. So you can go and read all of his original work and do it his way because he's awesome and he's phenomenal. So I will tell you that video is coming. I wish I had my Kelly Gallagher book here at home, but it's in my office. So that way I could share some of the excerpts with you guys and get you to go and get that. You need that book anyway. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and tell you Common Lit can provide you with those articles that you can use for Article of the Week. But I want to go to Kelly Gallagher. If you type in Kelly Gallagher, Article of the Week, you will find his resources online for you. And you cannot be steered wrong. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. I absolutely love doing Article of the Week. He actually listed on his website the articles that he chose, so you can kind of go through. He also has his resources there for Article of the Week. And you can also find them on teacher blogs. You can find them on Teacher Pay Teachers. You could set up your structure yourself. I build my Article of the Week around a Socratic seminar that's based on the standards. So the students have paraphrased standards. They choose a question, and with that Article of the Week, they become experts based through the lens of that standard. And so with Common Lit this year, because I have already identified a lot of the articles that I absolutely love, have high student engagement, and which ones work best with what standard, I'm going to be able to use that material to help guide a lot of those Socratic seminar questions to, like, Socratic seminar lessons too. So Common Lit can be used in many different ways. It's not just for like an assessment right there. You can also use the material, have them work with it, annotate it for the week, take their assessments after they have the Socratic, because it gives them an opportunity to discuss and talk and delve deeper into the text. And then you can assess them on it. Or you could give them a pre-assessment, see how they would do in cold reads, and then you could come back and assess them again, and you could unlock it and give it back to them. There's so many ways that you could incorporate Common Lit, and I want to challenge you to do it. But it just takes time going through there and having fun. And as soon as I see like a topic, I go, okay, wait, so that one could fit here. So then I just have to go over, read the article, and then see what works. Like, okay, for example, at the beginning of school last year, we were going to go and take a nature hike, and we were going to talk about connecting with the nature and poetry. And we were going to read nature poems. The students were going to have to do a poem on Adobe Spark. They were going to get a tour at one of our local meals, and we had a guy come. He was a wildlife specialist, and he also wrote poetry. We did poetry readings. It was amazing. And then I found forest bathing on Common Lit, and the kids were like, what is that? What are we doing? And so we read a nonfiction article, informational text about forest bathing and research and well-being and nature before going out. That was our article for that week, but it also tied into what we were doing with the poetry. And so there's so many things on there, guys. It just takes your time to go through. Then you can build your class and start assigning the lessons, and you can unlock the lesson. You can unlock based on the day you want that lesson to be opened for the students and for them to get notified. So you could do this and plan out your entire semester in a day. And you could have your weekly Common Lit assignments put up. And so I would suggest that while you're on there playing around like I just did, to go ahead and assign it to your class when you find the goodies. But I didn't want to do that all in, because then you would have, been able to see, like, okay, I'm adding my class list and I have all of this back data in there, and I didn't want to like push buttons. But I want you to like work smart, get yourself a team together, and all of you guys go through and say, boom, 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 this works, this works, this works for this unit. And understand that with the tools that are on there, you can do the guided reading with them, with students. You don't just have to independently assign it, but each kid could have their own copy. And so you would be protected as well with copyright. And so I want to just challenge you to explore. And if you have any other websites that are your favorites, your best places to be, please send them to me. At the end of the semester last year, I created a Google Doc that said these were the resources that I definitely was going to use in the 2020-2021 school year. And ReadWorks was also on that list. I did a ReadWorks webinar and loved ReadWorks. So I am going to be investigating that one a little bit more, and seeing how I can use that with partnership with Common Lit. But Common Lit is my #1 all-time favorite place to work with. So I just wanted to give them a shout out for all they do for educators. The free resources are amazing, and I just want to thank you all. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. Okay, bye.